They've got science down to a, well, you get it. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 quirky movie mad scientists.
Waited all day long.
For this list, we've dispensed with the standard scientific nutjobs like Dr. Victor Frankenstein, Dr. Henry Jekyll, and Dr. Moreau, and have decided to stick with quirkier mad doctors. Whether or not they're actually good at what they do is a different story altogether.
Wait a minute, I think I'm picking up a signal.
Number 10, Dr. Vittorio Malavacqua, Transylvania 65000.
Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Good, everything hurts.
Every mad doctor creates beasts, brutes, and mutants, and it seems that's exactly what Dr. Malavacqua does. He's got a sex-crazed lady vampire.
I want him. I need him. I love him.
A swamp monster, and a wolfman. Not to mention the hunchback manservant and Frankenstein-type creature. While he's got a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde thing going, his motives are actually pretty honorable. He's trying to give the freaks normal lives. Didn't see that coming. Number 9, Dr. Otto Octavius, Spider-Man 2. He's just a normal, genius-level scientist who creates a nuclear-powered suit with mechanical tentacles and artificial intelligence that goes haywire. It can happen to anyone. Of course, Doc Ock then ends up killing and thieving in order to see his experiment through to completion, which includes some serious Spider-Man beatdowns. Fortunately, good wins in the end when he decides that suicide is the answer.
Close the door.
Number 8, Professor Sherman Klump, the Nutty Professor franchise. Jolly, kind, and, let's face it, super fat, Professor Klump is the kind of teacher any student would love, even with the klutziness and confidence issues.
I distinctly remember locking up last night. I locked these cages, and I picked up my portfolio and turned around to the left.
Outside the classroom, he's conducting research to help obese people lose weight fast. With himself as the guinea pig, Klump tests his fat-reducing formula and slims way down.
Well, I'll be damned. I can see my dick! My dick!
But becomes a real jerk in the process. We'll consider this experiment a fail.
Is this the nice ass section? Give my creation life!
Number 7, Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Though he's been running from his family's legacy, this doctor finally follows in the footsteps of his grandfather.
Young Frankenstein is indeed following in his grandfather's footsteps. What? Following in his grandfather's footsteps.
With Igor and Inga as help, Dr. Frankenstein plunders graveyards and steals abnormal brains to reanimate his monster. Yada yada yada, the creature escapes. Angry mobs, tap dance routine, you know the drill.
Trying mighty hard to look like Gary Cooper.
But he goes the extra mile to ensure his creation's safe, and ends up a little wilder for his trouble.
For tonight is the night that my beautiful creature is destined to be born!
Number 6, Dr. Frankenfurter, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Just a sweet
Hailing from the planet Transsexual, he's a murderous man-eater who swings both ways.
Come in!
And we guess has some sort of medical training?
I didn't make him for you!
Motivated by sexual desire rather than scientific advancement, Dr. Frankenfurter is probably the only mad scientist you'll see wearing pumps, lipstick, and a garter belt.
I don't want no dissension.
Based on that info, it's not shocking to learn that in his lab, Frank produces a sexy, speedoed plaything for himself.
Here's the plan. We get the warhead, and we hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Number 5, Dr. Evil, the Austin Powers Trilogy. This bald-headed cat-loving supervillain is a parody, but that doesn't make him any less evil. Bent on world domination, he's out of his time and his league, so his outlandish plans are always foiled. Throw in evil heirs, an estranged son, a tiny clone, and frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Cool!
And you've got the quintessential scheming Mad Doctor. Doctor of what, though, we'll never know.
Mini-me, stop humping the laser.
That's one of my latest inventions, a musical rotating rain barrel.
Number 4, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, the Muppets franchise. Founder and chief scientist at Muppet Labs, Dr. Honeydew is your typical absent-minded mad scientist type, constantly putting his meaty assistant Beaker in harm's way. His inventions usually help his friends get out of tight spots, but they often only have temporary results.
Yeah, man, well, what else do these pills make big?
Oh, they work on anything, but the effect is sadly temporary.
During his hiatus from the Muppets, he took his sciencing skills to CERN, but how he works without eyeballs we still can't figure out.
Get ready. Ready?
Get her!
Number 3, Doctors Egon Spengler, Peter Venkman, and Raymond Stantz, the Ghostbusters franchise. Unlikely scientists and even unlikelier heroes, the Ghostbusters share an interest in parapsychology.
Oh, baby.
Though each comes from a different background with different strengths.
Your theories are the worst kind of popular tripe, your methods are sloppy, and your conclusions are highly questionable. You are a poor scientist, Dr. Venkman.
Venkman is the street-smart wisecracker who doesn't have time for books.
You never studied.
While Ray and Egon back him up with their academic prowess.
This is hot, Ray. Symmetrical book stacking, just like the Philadelphia Man's Turbulence of 1947.
You're right, no human being would stack books like this.
Together, they figure out a way to bust ghosts, save the city, and get the girl. All with unlicensed nuclear accelerators on their backs. Number 2, Dr. Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. He's considered a top scientific mind, but that doesn't save Dr. Banner from his fate.
The gamma's too high!
After being exposed to gamma radiation in an experiment gone bad, he runs into a little problem. Whenever his heart rate increases, he transforms into an angry green monster he struggles to control. That leaves him a part-time fugitive and a full-time superhero, but at least he's got friends to help him out.
Smash.
Number 1, Dr. Emmett L. Brown, the Back to the Future trilogy.
What did I tell you?
Doc's got the wild eyes, crazy hair, eccentric mannerisms,
1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott!
and insane inventions necessary to be the most iconic movie mad scientist. Taking cues from his scientific idols, he throws his family fortune into his creations, including a cumbersome mind-reading device, automated breakfast makers, and, of course, the flux capacitor.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Doc travels through space and time before deciding to devote himself to study the other great mystery of the universe.
Women.
Do you agree with our list?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Which scientist do you think is the most mad? For more top 10s about your favorite flicks, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.